Yeah.
From what I can see, the one of the legs is swollen.
Yeah.
So that is arthritis.
It could be arthritis.
Okay.
It could be arthritis because when that, if what happens is that when that arthritis is on, actually the term we'll call it, we say the joint is inflamed, inflammation of the joint. But this inflammation is not just ordinary English word. That is why that is this reason why I'm running away from it. So, but once the joint is sick with that said inflammation, there could be swelling. That's one you're seeing. It will be giving out heat. That's why when people are having it, when they touch it, is hot, and there will be pain because sick event, what body is doing to repair will be one of the outcome of it is pain, and also if somebody is fair, maybe fair like me, don't just look at my color as I say my fair like me, but when somebody is fair, you could see it's reddened, and eventually there will be reduced use of that part. That's when you see somebody limping, because if he attempts to match on that limb, he will not be able to bear full weight on it. If he's a child, he will not be able to use that limb as he used to use either the upper limb or the lower limb. So that is why when we see that swelling on in the picture, it could be arthritis.
Okay, and if somebody comes with this kind of swelling, how do you diagnose that this is arthritis?
Okay, our diagnosis is very methodological and very thorough. We ask questions about how that started. We just ask how he has started, how he has progressed. If there's those components of other things I said, whether they are there, if there is pain, because some swellings, as you see somebody moving around, might not be painful, and apart from that, what makes the pain worse? There are some peculiar characters those arthritis will have, because in fact on record now there are over 100 types of arthritis. So by the time we're asking these questions, we'll also ask questions about the specific characteristics. For instance, we might ask you, after sitting down, maybe the condition is in the knee. After sitting down for a long time, when you get up, do you feel that it's stiff? So that means after some time of unuse, it becomes stiffer. If someone wakes up in the morning, if he stays in colder environment, is he worse? This will give us a pointer to what it could be. By the time we finish this questioning session, that will even involve again asking, what do you do? What's your work? Do you trek? When you go upstairs and downstairs, what happened? Eventually, we'll get to do the investigations that start basically by doing the X-ray, the one that reveals the bone for us to see what's happening around the bone, and other tests. Once by the time we go through these processes, we usually do as if we have done so saying to find the exact
type of arthritis.
Yes.
It is. Okay.
If it's arthritis that is even there.
Okay. All right. We'll just take a quick break, and when we come back, we'll be talking about how to deal with this, the management, and of course, you can also join us with your questions or comments. To stay with us on Health Matters.
You see, life has just got easier. You stay connected to Channels TV, where news and innovations are shaping our world. Simply log on to channelstv.com to get the breaking news. Browse the homepage according to what matters to you. Tap on the extended coverage of business, sports, politics, lifestyle, infotech, entertainment, health, world news, and lots more. Click on the live link and see the news in real time. Do you want to watch the latest video of the day? It's just a click away. Friend us on Facebook, YouTube, follow us on Twitter, Google+, participate in Channels TV poll, and share your comments. It's a website you can talk to. Your voice will be heard. ChannelsTV.com. The news at your fingertips.
Welcome back. You're watching Health Matters on Channels Television. You can join us in this discussion. Let's have your questions. Let's have your comments on 0189 23900. Okay, we went on that break and you were talking about diagnosing arthritis.
Yes.
After the diagnosis, what next?
Depends on who treats. And treatment depends on what type again. In fact, and that treatment starts from, actually, we usually wish that, or we wish, and also we advocate that there is, depending on arthritis, there are some things people will start doing at home before coming to see us. I go back to the children, because children's circumstances, children's condition is very worrisome to us, because...
How much of children's cases do you see, for instance, at your center?
Very often. I do not have exact statistics, but in every week, at least we'll see 2 or 3. In big centers, you see more than that. And what I'm trying to say, I want to stress something here, that that arthritis, when it occurs in children, our bones grow around the joints. Just as the bone in my hand now, it grows around the elbow and around the wrist. So whenever that occurs in children and is not treated promptly and appropriately, it leaves the growth part of the bone destroyed, so that the bone will not longer grow the same length the other limb would have been. In fact, when it occurs in the hip of children, the end of the thigh bone, that is the head, will die because of its peculiarity of getting blood supply, and that renders the person, in fact, with almost an ending disability. So,
what can parents look out for there?
Yes, whenever a child reports that a joint is paining him or her because he has fallen down, take the child to a trained practitioner.
But children fall down, as you say, all of the time.
Yes, yes.
What is it that would make the mother say, okay, this particular pain
might likely be, okay, if you watch, this child will be running temperature. He will be having febrile illness, that he will be running temperature, that soon they can come to say that he has malaria.
Malaria. Just hold your thought, please, doctor. Let's be joined by this caller. Hello.
Yeah. Good afternoon, madam.
Thank you for joining us.
Yes. Please, I want to ask Dr. Zadoma about this arthritis. What is the symptom of arthritis? Doctor.
All right, easy. Thank you. He wants to know the symptom.
The symptom of arthritis is pain in the joint. There could be swelling. It could be hot. That will now go with inability to use the limb as it should. If it's in the knee, difficulty in kneeling down. If it's just in any part of the leg, the lower limb, it will be working with limb. They are all the symptoms of arthritis.
Even when it's on the hand too.
On the hand too, the person will realize that the slightest movement of that part, if it's the fingers, it will be very painful. It will hurt. So that is, and there will be swelling. Sometimes if it's touched, it will be hot.
Okay, and you were talking about the children. Yes.
So I was saying that once the child comes and say that, "Mommy, my leg, my knee or my elbow is paining me," that your me pushed me down in school. The important thing is you watch again. You try quickly to check the child. Most time will be running temperature. Would have been quieter than usual. You will think it's because of the pain, and also it could not be feeding. You would have reduced. You would have shown loss of appetite or rejecting food or turning unusually choosy of what he or she will accept. In that circumstance, even where these things are not obvious, because depending on germ that is causing that infection, or other prevailing conditions or other medication child have been taking because of our usual abuse of medications, it might not show in this classical way. So important thing is that once there is this pain and swelling, and
perhaps the child is saying it consistently.
You don't want a consistent time, because once he's getting to a week and above, the damage I'm talking about is already there.
Place. Okay, let's take this caller. Hello?
Yes, I'm Mrs. Taiwo from K2. Please, I want to ask the doctor, when I drive, come down from the car, I do feel pain, because I'm an arthritis patient. I do attend the orthopedic in Ruby.
All right.
You feel pain where?
Hello.